Now the packaging comes closer down to what the music is. A little bit more tasteful interior. The cover is going to be a little less garish. The cover is, it opens like this. I'll say at the top, the Mothers, a black and white picture of me from here, like this, which bleeds into this collage of all the other guys in the group, just all distorted. There's pictures of, it makes them look like they're all genetically deformed. And this will all be processed, just straight black and white, no halftone line thing. This will be in color up here, black and white. Then down at the bottom, we have a picture of a distorted, ugly American city, hand-drawn in Marvy markers, with a big lettering thing, kind of like a pop art Ben-Hur that goes absolutely free, and the free is falling off the side of the page. And it'll look like a terrible calendar when you open it up. But in the rack, you'll see it like this, and it'll look fairly straight. It'll look like the theme music from a motion picture, because the picture of me on the front is very stark and dramatic, and it looks like something from Zorba the Greek. Like I just lost my 3 pennies I was going to get a shave with. In the inside, there's a couple of more collages put together with pieces from a Ducommon nut and bolt catalog. You ever seen one of those?
No, but I can imagine when the nut and bolt catalog.
Well, the illustrations are all hand engraved. This is from about 1920.
Oh, yeah.
It's really beautiful. And so this side over here will be like a black rectangle with these things. The nuts and bolts will appear in white, and then the people all in there. On this side, we have another collage of the mothers growing out of my hair, and very fancy, yeah, Medusa type thing. And it'll say here in very ornate Florentine letters, for your convenience, the clean American version, safe and simple, libretto, parts 1 and 2, complete. And all the words, including all the ad-lib bullshit that we did on the side. And it really looked like a classic item. And then when they put the record in the grooves, they're done for it. Because we took a giant step forward by adding more guys to the band. The only instruments that are added on this album are 1 trumpet, a string quartet, and a contrabass clarinet on 1 song, and all the rest of the stuff is the guys in the group.
You get quite a full sound from what you have now. Is this a fairly permanent lineup?
You must emphasize in the article that seeing as how the guys join and quit at will, because I would never force anybody to play my music. They only stay if they want to. These are today's mothers. I'll give you a list of their names, which may change within the next 15 or 20 minutes.
Is there any basic instrumentation of it you would like to adhere to?
You want to know the instrumentation of my ideal mother's rock and roll band? Oh boy.
I think it has a great instrumentation as it is now.
Well, I won't be happy until the band consists of 2 piccolos, 2 flutes, 2 bass flutes, 2 oboes, English horn, 3 bassoons, contrabassoon, 4 clarinets, 4th doubling alto clarinet, bass clarinet, contrabass clarinet, soprano, alto, tenor, baritone, and bass sax, 4 trumpets, 4 French horns, 3 trombones, 1 bass trombone, 1 tuba, 1 contrabass tuba, 2 harps, 2 keyboard men playing piano, electric harpsichord, electric clavichord, Hammond organ, celeste, piano bass. 10 first violins, 10 second violins, 8 violas, 6 cellos, 4 string bass, 4 percussion. The 4 percussionists have to play 10 timpani, 12 timpani, pardon me, chimes, gongs, field drums, bass drums, snare drums, wood blocks.
What is a field drum?
Field drum is the same as a snare drum, only it's very deep and...
kind of used in parades?
Yeah, parade drum.
Yeah.
Lion's roar. Vibes, xylophone, marimba. Then we have 3 electric guitars, 1 electric 12-string guitar, electric bass, an electric bass guitar, which is an octave lower than a guitar with 6 strings, and 2 drummers at sets, plus vocalist, and who also plays tambourine. I think that's somewhere around 84 pieces.
Either that or get 4 guys who play all these instruments and on the recordings just overdub.
I want to do it live. I think people are entitled to hear that kind of music live. I think that kids would go to concerts if they could hear music that knocked them out. I think that if the concert halls would change over to a more modern type of programming, they would find the place would be crawling with kids. It'd be the new in thing to do to make it to, go hear somebody play. And we're making some kind of headway in that department because we find that a lot of people pretend like they can't dance to our music, which is total bullshit. You can dance to it. I mean, I'm nearly an epileptic, and I can make it, a lot of people choose not to dance to it. They will sit and listen to it. Now, that's not because they enjoy the music yet. I got them wired. The only reason they will sit there and listen is because they're waiting to find out whether or not they like the music, because it doesn't sound like what they've been used to hearing, and they want to, get their ears accustomed to it, and that's the reason why a lot of times you'll see one of our audience, they're like this. Sometimes they don't even clap.
I noticed the night I was there that the response wasn't as enthusiastic as I'd expected it to be.
We don't have fans in that sense, where they're going to come there. A fan.
Yeah. Well, not even that, but just to say, just as far as showing the appreciation for, the fantastic sound that you got out of the group. I think, even with the instrumentation you have now, I think you're really getting a sound that's really like no one else's sound, and it has a full sound, and it's, I like it very much.
We're doing the best we can with what we got. It's still not what I really want to hear out of those players. I believe that the potential for the instrumentation which we have is very great, but it's not being used well enough. For one thing, our equipment is bad. So far, I haven't found any equipment outside of the... there just isn't the right kind of equipment yet.
The manufacturers still aren't making it.
Yeah, they aren't making the kind of stuff to make the kind of noises that I want to make on a bandstand. The tone, the sound of the amplifiers tends to break up at high volume levels. To induce a hypnosis in an audience, you have to have 2 things. One, that sustained volume. You have to have, like certain keys tend to be more hypnotic than other keys. And you need to limit the amount of harmonic movement. Like a lot of
psychedelic music, not that more of that.
Psychedelic music, bullshit.
But I mean that.
I asked, Joe Mira from the Night Owl, what's psychedelic music? He says, oh, it's loud, it's out of tune. Crazy music, you can't understand it. But that's a little different than what we do. Our music is fairly logical. For our spontaneous outbursts are fairly logical. in terms of what they accomplish.
Yeah, I noticed, you have a very firm hand in directing the band as far as, giving